This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. The interview yesterday with Tucker Carlson is now being used ferociously by the right-wing pundit class and by Donald Trump's campaign for propaganda purposes. The lies that were told last night that were propagated against the United States, against Fox News viewing audience, but this attempt at rewriting history and making Donald Trump something that he is absolutely not is in full swing underway. And it began on Twitter with some of the promo videos that were shared by Fox News and Tucker Carlson on Twitter. This first is from Monica Crowley, who says, Trump nails it. The biggest threat we face is from within. Now, this is something they're going to try to this is a crime of information that they're trying to commit on the American people. And they're again, it's projection. They're accusing the left, they're accusing Democrats of the thing they are guilty of. And I'm going to play this clip, and I want you to try to maintain composure, because he's saying that the threats that we face are not China, they're not Russia, they're not an international or a foreign threat that we face in this country. They're internal. They come from within. And Donald Trump says this with a straight face, ignoring the over 1,000 arrests related to the insurrection that he incited. Ignoring the fact that the greatest threat domestically in our country is from right-wing extremists. The threat in our country comes from the growing white Christian nationalist movement, which is hell-bent to strip away LGBTQ rights, to keep stripping away women's right to reproductive health care and contraception, to fundamentally transform our country. Those are the threats, and they do come from within, but that's not what Donald Trump is talking about here. Watch this clip that Monica Crowley is celebrating that Donald Trump gets it.
Who's the biggest problem, sir? Is it China? Could it be Russia? Could it be North Korea? No, I said the biggest problem is from within. It's these sick, radical people from within, because we can handle, if we're smart, we can handle Russia, China. I did.
It is just too much. It is so obvious, even to Republicans, that this is just brazen, flagrant propaganda. It didn't stop there. Here's Trump War Room on Twitter, which is his campaign Twitter account. And the Twitter account, it communicated this. Tucker Carlson, on his conversation with President Trump, quote, this is from Tucker Carlson, his understanding of world affairs is so much more nuanced and sophisticated and pro-American than the moronic neocons currently in charge. It was remarkable. Watch Tucker Carlson saying this, which is now being signal boosted and amplified by the Trump campaign.
We spent more than an hour with Donald Trump today, and we were struck throughout the course of the conversation how his grasp of foreign policy, this man who was supposedly stupid, his understanding of world affairs is so much more nuanced and sophisticated and pro-American than the moronic neocons currently in charge. It was remarkable. Let's send all our ammo to Ukraine. Zelensky's like Churchill. Okay.
Tucker Carlson would have you believe that Donald Trump is some next level genius. He has such a tight stranglehold on foreign policy and international relations that he was shocked by it, by his intellect, by his mental acuity on matters that are deeply, deeply complex. Donald Trump, who said that there's two N-words, one is nuclear. This is the guy that Tucker Carlson would have you believe is some savant in the field of international relations. The propaganda has begun, and they didn't start with a fast walk or a jog. This is a full gallop in conservative media, the sphere out there, to try to convince the American people that, look, you don't have to listen to Donald Trump. We're saying it. The trusted voices that you listen to, we're saying he's a genius. The unfortunate thing is that right-wing propaganda is working. It's working on the front of whether or not trans rights are human rights. You've got influential media outlets out there who claim to be progressive, who claim to care about human rights, who are now spreading right-wing, hateful, discriminatory propaganda, which is allowing people on the left to, that kind of makes sense. At a time when trans Americans' lives are more at risk now than ever before. Do not fall victim to right-wing propaganda, whether that be Tucker Carlson or others that you've become accustomed to. It is all dangerous. It is all damaging. And it's meant to confuse. There are things we know for sure. Human rights are important. Civil rights are important. Safety and security of individuals is important. And that will not be met. That will not be accomplished. Those core principles of who we are, if we're going to allow the propagandists to win, whoever they are. What do you think? I would love to know. You can call. Went off track a little bit. You can call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. Follow me on social media. I am at Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Love to hear from you there too. And if you appreciate what I do and you want to help support my work, help produce my work here, you can go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast, or you can go to right here. Below the video, there's a join button. You can become a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you are steeling yourself for the fight ahead. 2024 is going to be wild. It'll be wild, as Donald Trump would say. Maybe in a different way, though. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.